Welcome to the Dixon Technologies Q4 FY26 analysis video. The company reported a significant FY26 revenue of 49,586 crore rupees and recommended a final dividend of 10 rupees per share. First, an important disclaimer. I am not a registered financial analyst. This video is for educational purposes only. Please consult with a financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Let's review the key terms in the report. Revenue from operations is total sales. EBITDA shows operational efficiency before taxes and finance costs. PAT, or net profit, is the bottom line for shareholders. YoY versus QoQ compares results to the same quarter last year and the immediate previous quarter. Dixon is a leading electronic manufacturing services player, making products for other brands. Their core business include smartphones and mobile devices, consumer electronics like LED TVs, home appliances, lighting products, and security systems. For the full year, Dixon showed strong performance. Revenue was 49,586 crore, up 28%. EBITDA grew by 69% to 2,580 crore, and PAT increased by 33% to 1,644 crore. A closer look at the Q4 breakdown reveals the truth in detail. The reported PAT YoY growth was -36%, but the adjusted growth was actually +4%, highlighting the importance of looking beyond reported figures. The Mobile and EMS segment drives about 90% of revenue, contributing 44,257 crore to the full year. Consumer electronics and home appliances make up the remaining 10%. Dixon recommended a final dividend of 10 rupees per share. They also granted 16,155 options to employees under ESOP 2023 to promote ownership. The board approved the results and business outcomes on May 12, 2026. The positive green flags include robust mobile growth with segment revenue up 34% year-over-year. Operational efficiency is strong and return ratios are healthy. Notably, Dixon is cash-rich with negative net debt, meaning more cash than debt. Key red flags include Q4 margin compression, with adjusted EBITDA margin falling to 4.0%. There is also high segment concentration on mobile, and PLI incentive disbursements are pending. Finally, return on capital employed dipped year-over-year. The brutal truth is that Dixon is scaling up rapidly, but at the cost of its profit margins. While revenue is massive, operational efficiency shows signs of stagnation. The real concern is the drop in return on capital employed and the heavy reliance on government PLI schemes for profitability. We hope this analysis empowers your opinion. When considering Dixon, evaluate the growth as high, the risk as medium, and the valuation as, quote, check. Analyze the numbers, not the noise.